Hi everyone, my name is Edel Finnerty. I'm 25 years old and my Synergy journey started just over 6 months ago. So with me it all started 5 years ago and my hands were so stiff and so sore they curled like a C and I couldn't even straighten them. So after lots and lots of tests they discovered you have lupus. Well, as the doctors say, we think you have lupus but we're not really sure. So it gradually got worse. It started to move to my groins, my shoulders, my knees. Every part of my body was just aching. I couldn't even do simple things like climb the stairs at night time to go to bed, or my mother would have to help me get dressed each morning. Sometimes I couldn't even bend down to put on my socks. So after months and months of tests and trying out different medications, nothing was really working. The only thing that was really working was steroids. And that's one thing we really don't want to be taking because it has so much side effects. So on my last hospital visit, they discovered that the lupus has started to attack my kidneys. So I had to go and get a biopsy done to determine whether it had started to affect my kidneys, like damage my kidneys, or was it just the outer layer of my kidneys. I had a protein leak, and the protein was leaking out into my joints, and this was causing them to be really stiff and sore, along the side effects that it was making me so ill. I had absolutely no energy whatsoever, and my life was just completely destroyed by this disease. So to treat lupus, they use immune suppressants. Originally, before I went to hospital on that visit, I was taking 250 mg of Celcept. They gradually upped this dose to 1500 mg and a really high dose of steroids. So the protein leak then had started to come down, but as they started to reduce the steroids, the protein leak went back up again. So in January, when I went to my hospital visit, they told me the next step, the medication wasn't working, and the next step was going to be a chemotherapy drug. So they were explaining all the side effects. I would lose my hair, it would affect my fertility, just lots of different things that you couldn't even imagine. So then I decided to try Synergy. Bearing in mind before this, I had tried lots and lots of things. I've tried to do lots of alternative therapies, gluten-free, dairy-free diet. I went to, if you name someone, I bet you I've been there. I've been to so many people. So I decided to try Synergy. I started on the V3 kit, which is the Vitalife, the Mystify and the ProArgi. I done this for about 4 months and I was on a really high dose of ProArgi 9, taking 4 sachets a day. And each day I could see changes from my skin, glowing skin, to nice hair, to everything. Just energy started to come back, everything. And after 3 to 4 months on this, I started the microbiome detox. I found this really tough, but who doesn't find not being able to have their favourite foods tough? So I suppose that the most thing I missed was carbs. I think every Irish person loves their carbs, and who doesn't love their sugar kick in the middle of the day? But when I started, I had really bad rosacea, which the steroids had kicked off all down across my nose and across my cheeks. And after about 8 or 9 weeks, this had almost completely gone. When I'd come home from work each day, I would fall asleep on the couch at 7 o'clock for 2-3 hours, get up, have something to eat and go straight to bed. Now when I come home from work, I do the hoovering, or I can go for a walk, or different things. I just really have my life back. So when I started the microbiome detox, the protein levels in my urine, the figure was at 362. After 6 weeks, I got my bloods and urine taken, and this figure was down to 232. And at the end of the 12 weeks, this figure was down to 183. As I say, my energy levels have just improved so much. And along with that, when I was in hospital, the inflammatory figure in my body was 17.2. And after completing the microbiome detox, this figure is now 0.6. So I really have no inflammation in my body, not on a normal figure for a person. The doctors tell me is anything from 0 to 5. So I'm actually 0.6, which is just amazing. I suppose I'm finished the detox now. Well, I have the 12 weeks done, and I'm sticking to the 80-20 rule, so I can still have my odd sugar kick if I really want. But I'm really interested and intrigued to see, will this figure come down even more? Because if it's come down that much in 12 weeks, it can only get better. So on my last hospital visit, the doctors have turned around and said, oh, the medication has started to work, but magically started to work. But I know it's nothing to do with the medication, that it's definitely Synergy that has helped me. So in September, I'm hoping to travel to Australia, and I know without starting this Synergy journey, it wouldn't have happened. So hopefully in a few weeks' time, sticking to the 80-20 rule, I'll do another little video, and hopefully the protein level in my urine will have come down even more. So thanks for listening, and I hope this is of some help to somebody who might be hoping to try Synergy.